Katarn here.
And the Bendu.
Coming back for another reaction to the Mandalorian.
The season finale.
That's right. It's gonna be crazy. Oh man, I don't know if I'm ready for this, to be perfectly honest.
It really hasn't hit home yet. And I know, one, we only had 8 episodes. It was a short-ass season to begin with.
Yeah, they have been short seasons, but man, quality over quantity.
It's very true. But yeah, no, it really sped by.
First and foremost, I'd like to give a shout out to our reaction editor, Nerd Chronic, who's helping our reactions make their way through the Imperial Disney blockade. So thanks a lot, man.
And if 2020 wasn't enough, not only did we lose one of the original actors for Vader, but we did now lose one of the original actors for Boba Fett.
The original. Jeremy Bullock. Yep. He was the OG Fett.
Yeah. So it's kind of like... It's
weird. A little heavier
kind of
watching
weird.
The episode tonight. Like, we've got this hanging on us.
Yeah. That, this person of Mandalorian history,
Jeremy Bullock was the first person to wear Beskar on screen.
This is true.
Ever in history.
I was going to say, is it Daniel Logan? Is that the actor?
He's the one that we met, yeah.
I was going to say, he made an Instagram, he made a really cool Instagram post about how, both of them, not specifically talking about how they're both been Bobas, but just the idea that the two of them together making the Star Wars convention circuit, they've definitely built a relationship together.
And I love that. I love that the Fetts kind of stuck together, you know? They all know each other. They all have this very unique bond in common. They're the men who were Boba Fett.
It's clone humor.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So I'm sure at least this Kyle Katarn episode will be devoted to Jeremy Bullock.
Yes. This is absolutely dedicated to Jeremy Bullock, who was an absolute icon. May he rest in peace. All right, we have a Patreon poll that we posted for you guys. Alrighty, so we asked you guys, will this be the end of Moff Gideon? Will he survive and make it to season 3, or will he be replaced by a bigger and better villain? And with 46 votes total, the answers are in. It looks like everyone thinks that Gideon is going to survive. They got 37 votes.
Which kind of blows my mind. My original
It makes sense.
My original guess was that he might die. But
well, because you think that the hero's going to defeat the villain.
Yeah.
And he has so far been here for 2 seasons. It's true. 7 people think that Gideon dies, and 2 kind, optimistic souls think that Gideon's going to join the gang and they all become friends. Sweet summer child. So yeah, it looks like the overwhelming consensus is that Gideon's going to survive this encounter here.
He's going to lose an eyeball.
You think so?
Or a hand. In true Star Wars fashion, he has to lose a hand.
I mean, what if he lost 2 eyeballs and then started to wear...
Just ram-coated the shit?
Kind of. Or maybe he Jarek the shit. Did that fake-ass Miraluka Sith bullshit where he wore, the fabric over his eyes and then he had, the little mouth markings and he had a very similar cape and outfit to Moff Gideon with, the black cape with the red outlines. There could be something there. Just saying. All right, let's see what you guys had to say.
Comes back with robot eyeballs.
Okay. Game Guy 1128 says, the way Giancarlo talks about season 3 and 4 in interviews leads me to believe he'll survive. Also, they have used him much less than I would have liked thus far, and I think they are waiting until the later seasons to flesh him out. That makes sense. Yeah, these are all very good reasons, and I do agree. I think he's going to survive, personally. Joseph Cormier says, I have a gut feeling that Din isn't going to make it out of this well. Either captured or put out of the fight by Dark Troopers. Also, what if the Dark Troopers are made of Beskar? Shit, that's very possible. Or Beskar plating in critical areas. We know that a lot of the Beskar is in Imperial hands after the Purge.
Yeah.
That could very well be the case, and that would be fucked. But I think that Din, being a badass, and with the allies that he has, would still make it out of that fight because, Bo-Katan can come to the rescue, Ahsoka can come to the rescue.
Right. I was also thinking, with the new coming out of, was it Rangers? No, Rangers is going to be the flying movie. What was the new miniseries about the potential X-Wing pilots?
Yeah, that's Rangers of the New Republic.
Was Rangers of the New Republic?
Rogue Squadron is the movie.
Gotcha.
Rangers is going to be...
I was going to say, Moff Gideon could potentially play more of a role in that series if it's going to be more,
that's
militaristic
true.
And,
I'm hoping that it's more going to be Alaska...
fighting.
I think it's going to be hopefully more along, the Alaska State Troopers kind of line, where it's just, these 2 New Republic pilots kind of like out in the fringe of space,
So there is
dealing with local.
I was gonna say, so there isn't gonna be like a singular villain. You don't think?
I think there might be, but I hope he's not Imperial. I hope we can finally get away from this Imps versus Rebels. Why does it always have to be Imps versus Rebels? Can it be New Republic versus something?
Black Sun.
Sure.
Right? Just like more space gangs.
Black
dude.
Sun would be dope. Or we could go back to Crimson Dawn and flesh that out a little bit, since that was introduced.
Yep.
A lot of cool options. A lot of ways you could take that. Joe Nagy says, I think he survives. They haven't used the character that much yet, and given his perceived stature, it's hard to think that he'll be killed off before they get into his character more. I would agree with that. But
I would like to see the baby.
Exactly. We don't even know his fucking name. He's still the client.
Yeah.
And I think that is very unfortunate because he was a very interesting character.
Yeah.
And now he's
So
fucking
many
dead.
medals. He's fucking blasted.
Dead as a doorknob. Gavin Town says, I think Gideon will fight Din in a situation where Din is trying to save Grogu, and Gideon is trying to stall him so they can complete whatever procedure they can to perform on Grogu. My money is on the final battle taking place on Kamino. I think it will result in Din's crew destroying Dr. Pershing's cloning facility, but Gideon will escape with Grogu. Oof.
Dude, that would be some seriously cool season 3 shit.
Seeing Kamino would be amazing, but you think they're gonna end the season with Grogu in Imperial custody though? Like that would be mean to make us like squirm until fucking November of next year. Ugh, I hope that's not.
I
the case.
really like the idea of them doing 1 or 2 episodes on Kamino. Though.
Well, here's the thing. There's been a lot of speculation about the flight path on Mando's Navi computer because we see it for a second, and that we've seen other shots of the galaxy, and they're trying to pinpoint. We saw when Palimato brought up a map, Tatooine was highlighted, so we can say for where Tatooine is, we know where the galaxy is charted.
Been there before, though.
So the results are in. The research was done by people smarter than me.
Yes.
And they think that the planet Pisana is the closest dot to where Gideon's cruiser is located. Pisana is the planet from Star Wars Episode 9 where they were having like the big space burning man. And they met Lando.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's like 2 systems away from Pisana? Fucking Kamino.
Oh, really? Oh, I was thinking of what's his butt, the place that Palpatine's chilling on.
Yep. No, we know exactly what section of the galaxy they're in, and they're only a couple systems away. That's Exegol.
Yeah, Exegol.
Yeah, they're not near there, but they are like directly next to Pisana, which is only a couple systems shy of Kamino. So it's completely in the cards. We could totally go to Kamino. Maximilian Metcher says we need more hero level villains that can stand up to and even defeat our protagonists like Cad Bane, Asajj Ventress, and Admiral Trench. Moff Gideon is a fine villain, but we need more than just him. So I am okay if he lives, but gives us more goons. Absolutely agree. It would be great if we could flesh out like the Mandalorian universe and have like a whole rogues gallery of bad guys,
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I'll take what they say for Ventress as like a Ventress level villain, like the Ventress to the Obi-Wan sort of like arc. But I don't think Ventress would come back like as a villain. Like Ventress, she doesn't give a fuck about the Empire.
I think if we were gonna have like a cool antagonist who was like able to be defeated more than once and not die, but also occasionally defeat the Mando, it should be another Mandalorian. We should have some like antagonistic Mandalorian guy from like some rival clan that like they both got the same armor and the same whistling birds and the same training, so every time they fight, like neither of them dies.
Interesting.
Because that's Obi-Wan versus Ventress. Ventress generally lost, but neither of them dies. Like
because she was.
It's like an OU kind of relationship. Totally. Hunter Unkrum says, I believe that he will die at the end, but maybe we will see that he's working with Thrawn or someone else. I cannot wait. Also, quick question. During the original trilogy, why didn't the Mandalorians ask the Rebel Alliance for help to defeat the Empire on Mandalore? That is a very good question. And I think that might be explored a little bit here. We might get some lore about that, especially whenever the hell we meet Sabine. I think we're going to get that information. Because we know that the Rebel Alliance did assist with the Mandalorians shortly before Rogue One, in the timeline of Rebels. And who's to say that cooperation didn't continue off screen? Like, we really haven't, those stories haven't been charted out for us. So I hope we get an answer, because that would be cool. And it is a very good question.
Letting it buffer a little bit, and I'm just like, I'm trying to remember what their relationship was like even during the Clone Wars / even Episode 3. So like, and everyone was in good standing then.
Mandalore was always
original
isolationist.
trilogy.
They were always isolationist, but they only recently became pacifist during the events of the Clone Wars, and then assumingly they went back to being isolationist again.
You know what? That's also during the Purge time.
Yeah,
as well.
It's true.
So it's really
so we don't really know.
Say during original trilogy,
like I said, we don't really know what was going on at that time.
Like fucking light bulb. Like, oh yeah, the Purge was happening. They easily could have asked the Rebel Alliance for assistance. They still got fucking desecrated. And
they're also fucking Mandalorians who don't like to ask for help.
That is that. I was thinking like, or they were getting massacred, did ask for the Rebel Alliance to help. Rebels did show up, but it was probably too late.
The Rebels also have a history of, especially Mon Mothma and Rebel Command saying, we can't spare the troops, we can't spare the ships. Sorry, you're just going to have to die because our focus is over here. Like, how many times did Mon Mothma tell Ezra, like, sorry, dude, I know your whole planet's enslaved, but, like, we're busy, you know?
Right?
I could see them saying that to Mandalorians. And Mandalorians are so proud. Like, they're... Like, if they were in a position where they had to ask, like, the rebels for help, they'd be like, if fucking Mandalorians can't do this job, what hope do they have?
That's partially why Bo-Katan wanted to steal all the weapons on the fucking freighter.
Exactly.
Yeah, she wanted to, like, steal the guns. Well, obviously the Darksaber. But she knew that it was a weapons cache.
Yeah.
Retired.
Splinter of the Mind's Eye says, I think he will survive. I also think that he might be trying to use Grogu to give himself the ability to use the Force. He clearly wants the power. Yes, it's very obvious that he's like trying to like, you know, present himself as like a new Vader, or like he's following in that kind of footsteps. I think the Jarek angle has some merit to it, but like, yeah, he's got like the suit and the cape and the big black armor, and like,
I don't think
all he needs now is the M count, and I think Splinter has absolutely nailed it. I think he's trying to stick some midichlorians up his butt, as I said a couple episodes ago.
But not quite on that Kylo Ren level of... Like,
no.
Gotcha.
No.
I see what you're saying. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
More of on the level of like a guy with military standing who sees a power vacuum and is trying to fill it.
And he wants to pick up the mantle.
Exactly.
Versus Kylo, who's like, I am Vader. And it's like, no, you're not.
Okay, kid.
No, you're not.
Bladefire. Gideon survives, but like Splinter said, he wants power. I read somewhere that he wants to be like Darth Vader. I mean, look at his outfit. All black with a cape, is what we were just saying.
Fuck.
All he's missing is the mask and the breather device. Hey, if you take a little Moff Gideon, add some Kylo Ren, mix well, you'll get a Darth Vader. That's true. If you take Giancarlo's voice and then add in the lowness of Adam Driver, you basically have like a James Earl Jones kind of mix.
See, I'm looking at that mixture and I'm just like, nah, that just screams Darth Maul to me. Old Maul. That screams old Maul. Like, Vader hated himself, dude.
If you put Giancarlo Esposito and Adam Driver together, the levels of mustache would be incalculable.
It's true. He had such a self-loathing. Like, Vader, like, he's described by both Dark Horse and Marvel as, what was it? Just like a void. He's described by others who, like, walk
He's like white.
He's
white hot self-loathing and torment. And it takes more than a fancy outfit and like a mean attitude to be Darth Vader. You need to suffer a lot to get the power that he had. Nix the Gnome says, I feel like Gideon hasn't been explored enough to be killed. Werner Herzog, I have two guesses. He survives but loses everything and then comes after Din with a vengeance. I like where that's going. Unlike now, where I don't think he cares about Din at all. Or he survives but is no longer the big bad guy. He's demoted to being a minion to Thrawn. I could see him.
He's not already a minion to Thrawn, but now Thrawn looks down on him.
No, I think Nix the Gnome is onto something. And what if Gideon survives? Thrawn shows up, and it is the big reveal at the end, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's Thrawn time!" And then in season three, Gideon is playing second fiddle to Thrawn, and he hates it because he was in charge. And spoiler alert, if you haven't read the original
Clone Wars prestige, though.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't read the original Thrawn trilogy, but it ends with Rook, his Nogri assassin, stabbing him in the back.
Who, Thrawn?
Thrawn, yeah. What if Thrawn ends in live action with Gideon stabbing him in the back? And it's like a whole Imperial palace intrigue, power struggle bullshit thing. Is like
pretty Tudor.
Well, because if you think of it, I think it's appropriate for Thrawn too, because Thrawn has such a brilliant mind for tactics and military brilliance. But what he can't hack is the Imperial bureaucracy and the stiff old boys network that is the Imperial
That's
military.
True. Yeah.
That's
because
always been
all
his
of
problem.
Mando history.
They introduced that in the New Throne books as well.
Between like Mando and when fucking Force Awakens happened.
Exactly. We've got like 30 years to plot out here. 25 years here. So, Not Lob Parrot says, per Splinter the Mind's Eye, Gideon trying to science up some force powers for himself seems likely. His outfit is just Vader, but with lungs, facial moisturizer, and a hairdo. Nailed it. And if you were going to introduce some new force-wielding non-Sith villain, wouldn't you cast Giancarlo Esposito too? He's making it to season 3. I have spoken. No arguments here. I personally believe that he's going to survive. And I think that he is trying to manufacture some force powers. One thing's for sure, we are definitely seeing the Darksaber in action. I remember Giancarlo saying in an interview that he broke like 3 Darksaber props filming the scene. Yeah. And we have not seen that scene, so remembering that, I'm very hyped.
I'm thinking about that pieces of Beskar in the Dark Trooper, or in the fucking. I can't think of what they're called. Dark Troopers.
The Dark Troopers. Yeah. They could totally. About that. They could totally have Beskar plating.
Have that would be pretty Terminator.
Fucking awesome is what it would be. All right, it's finally time to end season 2 of The Mandalorian. You fucking ready?
I am now a bit more. It's like kind of sunken in.
All right. Without further ado, Mandalorian season finale. Do it! Land the shuttle! Fucking slave! Oh god, that blaster sound!
Oh my god! After the doctor? Fuck yeah!
Get it, Boba! Cook the man some fucking eggs!
I love that he uses his helmet targeting computer for the fucking ship.
I love how accurate the cockpit is, by the way. Ugh. Ion blast! All systems disabled. That was gorgeous.
God, I love it. Prepare to be boarded.
We've met.
Oh no, it's just a spear.
Yes, he's on the cruiser.
Whoop.
I'm not with him. We can work something.
Damn.
You're gonna wish you never left Alderaan. I saw your planet destroyed.
Fuck this dude.
I was on the Death Star.
Which one?
You think you're funny?
Last chance.
Destroying your planet was a small price to pay to rid the galaxy of terrorism.
In the face. Oh, well, Pershing's got tinnitus.
That was a clean shot. Yeah, fuck your ear. You don't need an ear.
I hope they didn't need to talk to Pershing about anything in particular.
He has another.
The rescue!
Such an interesting shit.
Reminds me of a Harrier jet.
Exactly.
That's a fucking Mandalorian gauntlet. Oh, my girl Casca's with her.
They took the child.
Who?
Moff Gideon.
You'll never find him.
Not the answer I was expecting.
You are not a Mandalorian.
Never said I was.
I didn't know sidekicks were allowed to talk.
Ooh.
Easy there, little one.
You'll be talking through the window of a Bacta tank.
All right, easy.
You can't talk like that to Boba Fett, man.
Could you imagine those two going at it?
This armor belonged to my father.
Don't you mean your donor?
Careful, princess.
I've heard your voice thousands of times.
Mine might be the last one you hear.
There's so much going on right now.
Dude, yes!
So much going on right now.
Oh my god, Boba. Show these fuckers who you are. Oh!
Oh!
Enough, both of you.
They just double flame.
Oh my god.
Double flame.
I had to, remind myself to breathe.
I had no idea who to root for in that fight.
Gideon has a weapon that once belonged to me. With the Darksaber restored to me, Mandalore will finally be within reach.
He is my only priority.
Oh, man.
There's a garrison of dark troopers on board.
How many troopers do they have armed in those suits?
These are third-generation design.
They are no longer suits.
Oh my god, they're even canonizing the phases.
They draw too much power to be kept at ready.
That's a lot of Dark Troopers.
A few minutes, perhaps.
Where's the child being held?
What the fuck?
Once we draw a crowd, you slip through the shadows. Get the kid.
Here, take his code cylinder and seal off their holding bay. Anyone else, we can handle.
I feel like as soon as Pershing didn't make his rendezvous, his code cylinder would be invalid. I feel like Gideon would be smart enough to do that, and oh my god, that shot is gorgeous. Oh, those are models. Those are totally models.
That's true. That's true. Tension is incredible.
Nice. Oh, look at this.
Are we gonna get to see the slave folks dressed in Typhons? Oh, that's a glorious. Look at the fighter.
I need a gif of that pronto. What would happen if Boba dropped a seismic charge on the Architans? Come on, Boba. Nice. Talk about coming in hot.
You can reverse the cannons. I fucking love it. You could.
Beautiful job,
Boba.
Boba. Beautifully done.
Whenever he wanted.
Here we go. Here we go. Flying knee.
Fucking.
All right, flashpoint started.
Activate the Dark Troopers.
Just immediately.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck around.
This music is dope. Dude, you need to be going a little quicker than like a sexy little walk. You need to be running right now, because those Dark Troopers are already turning on. I love it. They just fly to cover.
He's in space now.
And back up. They're gonna fly right back up again. I like that the helmets incorporate a little bit of the Death Trooper
right, exactly.
face.
Cover me.
Oh, be careful, Fennec. Be careful.
They're not quite at 100%.
She's got a very Westar sounding blaster.
Nice.
Oh, great. Well, the two characters that I predicted might die are now teaming up and taking front and center. Is it an RTC? Nice. Yeah, melee! Fuck him up!
Oh, they are almost at 100%.
You'd think Gideon would disable the turbo lifts as part of his, like, red alert lockdown, you know?
No. You were in the wrong.
Why were you going so slowly? You can't just shut the door. Oh, fuck.
It's totally like a...
It's Beskar, dude. It's Beskar.
Dude, it's gonna dent the helmet.
It is. It's pushing him into the wall. Yes, burn the inner components. Even that's barely working. Whistling birds! You only got so many of those, though. Yes! Okay, so it's gonna be Beskar Spear. That's like the only way.
Yep. Just have to behead all of them.
Nice. It's not gonna kill him. They're gonna come back around. We know that they have thrusters on their feet.
Right, exactly.
They can fly back to the ship. What if she accidentally slammed it on the ground and shot herself in the face?
You know, it's like this would be really cool for the character.
Oh my god, they made it to the bridge.
If she didn't say such stupid shit in real life.
They made it to the bridge.
God, they're so fucking... This is what you get with a group of rogues, man.
Where's Gideon?
Yeah, I don't like that he's not here.
He's on the top bridge.
He's fucking mad. Gideon's gonna be inside that room waiting, dude.
The spear.
He looks so tired.
He does look super tired.
I'm guessing that Bo-Katan
and her boarding party have arrived at the bridge.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. And?
Bridge is a trap.
I just want the kid. Very well.
Oh, don't stab him in the back, you bitch. Yeah, why you gotta fuck this up?
Get the spear
Gideon?
out. Get the spear
Why you gotta
out.
Fuck this up, Gideon.
Gideon doesn't think he's fucking anything up. He's got a whole plan. Yes! Oh my God, the Beskar's getting so hot.
I mean, it would make sense that it has a melting point.
Oh, totally. That's how they were able to forge it in the first place, you know?
Fuck your gauntlets.
He's gonna need all new armor by the time this is done.
You almost stabbed him with that one.
Yes! Yes! Do it!
You're sparing my life. Well, this should be interesting.